एक और बार मैं आप सबको धन्यवाद देता हूं कि आपने पेशेंटली मेरी बात सुने और आपने मुझे इनवाइट किया, उसके लिए धन्यवाद एक और बार। और आई विश द कॉन्फ्रेंस एंड ऑल द डेलिब्रेशंस ग्रेट सक्सेस। धन्यवाद, नमस्कार, जय हिंद।
Thank you, Minister Saab. Ashwini ji, there is a memorabilia which we have created for Minister Saab. May I request you to, if you and Satish ji, is a memorabilia, and it's a very interesting memorabilia which has Bharat's map, and it's indigenously created by indigenous minds, designed by, and it's not imported from China. Satish ji, there is one for Sundaram ji also. And one for Rajiv ji. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. And I'm really thankful that Minister Saab, you have taken time out and be part of the inaugural session. वक्तव्य दीजिए और हम फिर we are through with the inaugural session.
Honorable Minister Rajiv Chandrasekhar ji, I can say my guru and mentor Rajiv Kumar ji, who taught me many things in economics, and my young colleagues Anilesh and Ashwini, Satish Marathe ji. In fact, when Ashwini suggested this idea a couple of months back, I offered my support. But unfortunately, I think they themselves have done it without taking recourse to me for anything. And after seeing the sessions and after the galaxy of speakers and the topics for the coming today and tomorrow, it's very, very need of the hour. It's very impressive. I am very sure this conference will come out with very, very important decisions and resolutions, and wish this conference all success. Thank you very much.
Thank you. With this, we declare the inaugural session's culmination. Thank you very much. Thanks, gentlemen. Thank you, Minister Saab. Thank you, Rajiv ji. Thank you, Ashwini ji. Thank you, Satish ji. Thank you, Sundaram ji. Thank you very much. With this, we are starting with the first topic. It's a hot topic, India debt, Indian problem and Indian solutions. As we all understand that, the banking sector has gone through a real pain, which Rajiv Chandrasekhar ji was also mentioning, that, there was a twin balance sheet problem where banks made investments into projects, where projects also went down and their own balance sheet started bleeding. But now we are told that situation is improving. To help understanding the situation, the ground situation, now may I request Atnu Chakravarti ji, Chairperson HDFC Bank. Mr. Chakravarti. Mr. Chakravarti, this should be a thunder of applause for these guys. They all are rock stars of this sector. Mr. Padmanajan Jayashankar, MD CEO IFCL. Professor N.R. Bhanumurthy, he is Vice Chancellor, B.R. Ambedkar School of Economic University, Bangalore. Sushil Maruji, welcome. And now may I request Ashish Pandey, he is Executive Director, Bank of Maharashtra, to moderate this session. And mic is yours. Mic,
Good morning to esteemed panelists and good morning to, I think, very good morning to all the esteemed panelists as well as all the dignitaries, guests, audience today. Actually, we have heard very nicely to the dignitaries at the dais, I think some time back. We can understand there was a very good line, the nerve or maybe the spinal cord or maybe the catalyst as a banking sector. And when it comes to banking, certainly it comes to mind, there are so many players in the banking industry. So why so? The banking industry is in the forefront. So if we take the banking industry, so I'm just giving a brief to set the tone of the context so that we can take it forward. So because we can take the insurance, we can take the mutual fund industry, so many players are there, general, the life, non-life, and health insurance, many players. But if we see the banking per se, the other sectors probably very small strata of society is engaged with the other players in the financial industry. But if we take the banking, I think the normal person on an average is making or touching the banking industry minimum 3 to 5 times a day. Because all the transactions, all the things happening through the banking only. So probably the consumer preferential change, the behavior change in the consumer, I think is much impacting to the banking industry, and it is very much susceptible to change. And which is happening, I believe. We take from the retail banking to the large corporate or infrastructure, it's a lot. If we take some of the data point, so it was GDP like the consumer durable, I should say the household expenses or household debt. So increasing from 36.9 to 37.6 of the GDP in 23. That gives, I think, a very good some figure, some point, context. Now there is a shift from financial saving to the physical saving in the consumer behavior if we see per se. So only the few critical points I am touching. The one more critical point is the MSMEs. A huge gap as per the World Bank report, which says around $250 billion to 300, that gap, how it can be met. Similarly, the credit propelled growth happening in the country. So I'm very happy here to moderate this session. And first I would like to at least introduce our esteemed panelist, Shri Atanu Chakravarti Sahab. As you know, it doesn't need much of the introduction, chairperson of SDFC, but at the same time, he has the 30 years of the experience in the administrative services, being the Ministry of Finance. So he carries the public policy, budget making, formulation of policy of the capital market, management of project finance from multilateral institution, and being the chairperson of SDFC, I believe that on the execution side as well. So we are happy to have you here, sir. And it will be certainly, I'm very sure, that all of us will benefit with your expertise. Coming to the another Mr. Padmanabhan Raja Jayashankarji, he is having the more than 35 years of rich experience in developmental banking and financial domains. Certainly, he was also an executive director of National Housing Bank, director and CEO of IFCL projects, and the chairman of IAMCL. He has played an instrumental role in advising government committees, notably in the National Infrastructure Pipeline. So we can think of the inputs which we are going to have with him, and he is continued to shape the financial landscape of India. Mr. Bhanumurthy Saab, he is a very well known, the first Vice Chancellor of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar School of Economics, University, Bengaluru, brings a wealth of knowledge from his tenure as a professor of NIPFP New Delhi and also earlier roles at the Institute of Economic Growth, Delhi. An expert in macro monetary economics, so right from the person, from the policy, public making, Chakravarti Saab, and then coming to IFCL head, then coming to a professor, I believe very much you can see the way in which the panel is very much designed. So have a deliberation on a very hot topic. I remember when it was told that it is hot topic, the realities and hot topic, the Indian debt, Indian problems, and the Indian solutions. Maruji is again 35 years of experience in strategy, operations, merger, acquisition, and corporate finance. BC Jindal Group, and earlier he was heading the SR Group and MDC of SR Power. So power, infrastructure, both. So now coming to the straight away on the topic, I would like to start with Chakravarti Saab, with you. So as a practice, because the time is short and we have to conclude within the time, say 40-45 minutes. So what, like I would not say in a strategy, but then one we will have on the problem and the challenges, and the second one in a short, like, what can be the probable solutions. And then we can have even a question answer session for a 5 to 10 minutes so that there can be an interaction as well.